You're listening to the Corbett Report.
Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the Corbett Report. I'm your host, James Corbett of CorbettReport.com, coming to you, as always, from the sunny climes of Western Japan here in September of 2024, with episode 465 of the Corbett Report podcast, the UN's Death Pact for the Globalist Future. All right. I am sure that the more clued-in, switched-on listeners of the Corbett Report will probably already know what that title is in reference to, but if not, don't worry, we're going to make sure everybody is on board and understands about the Summit of the Future that is about to take place in New York and what it means for you. And in order to do so, well, why don't we just consult some of the many times that I've been ringing the alarm bell about this for the past, well, documentably 2.5 years, going all the way back to April of 2022, and I hope you will remember, here's what's next on the globalist calendar, my newsletter editorial in which I talked about the Summit of the Future, which at that time was scheduled for September of 2023. Well, that was delayed to September of 2024, but here we are. You'll hopefully also remember my conversation with Jakob Nordengard last June in 2023, where we talked about the Our Common Agenda policy briefing documents that are informing this Summit of the Future. And that was an interesting conversation, lots of interesting topics there, so hopefully you've seen that. And also, hopefully you've seen my recent Solutions Watch from July of this year on Our Summit for Our Future, where I talked to Dan Aston Gregory about the People's Reset response to the UN Summit of the Future. But if you didn't catch all of that, here is your chance to catch up on it. Obviously, the links to all of these reports will be in the show notes for today's edition of the Corbett Report podcast, so please go to CorbettReport.com and follow the links to these various interviews and reports. I think they're important, but let's just bring everyone on board with this Here's What's Next on the Globalist Calendar 2022 write-up, where I noted that last September, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres launched an 85-page report entitled Our Common Agenda. According to a write-up from Democracy International, the report offers a roadmap for upgrading the UN and calls for reinvigorated multilateralism, easy for me to say, renewed solidarity, and stronger consideration of future generations. But as I also noted later on, where did I note that? Here. I said, embedded in this paean to global government is another idea, the convening of a Summit of the Future in conjunction with the meeting of the UN General Assembly in New York in September 2023. As I say, that got postponed because the gaggle of globalists did not have their ducks all in a row for the 2023 General Assembly. Here we are in 2024, and it is on, like Donkey Kong, as the kids say, and you don't have to say